I'm going to be talking about a very spicy topic of how do you identify pain points across different niches. This is a very hot topic, although it's really cold outside. And I literally just got back from Florida yesterday. And boy, oh boy, am I not happy to be in Connecticut in a cold weather. And I can't really even use my favorite my favorite word. I'm cooked. I can't use it anymore because I'm not cooked. I'm bricked. I'm bricked. I guess that is the definition of the opposite of the word cooked. I don't know. You guys could correct me. But yeah. So recently I came across an interesting topic that was picking up pace from a lot of folks that were trying to figure out how to extract pain points in a specific niche or different types of niches. This question actually came to me from one of the members, one of the Threats Stack subs. And the member was asking, well, look, I feel like I'm doing so much stuff, creating content, following the strategy, and I'm still not getting any results. It just feels like I'm not addressing the actual pain points of the niche. So the question was, how do you extract the pain points? Because clearly people would always say, well, build a guide for the pain point and then you could make some money, or build a product of any sort for a pain point and you could make some money. And of course, people be like, I bet I'm going to start building, boom, later on, crickets. So this is the reason why I get a lot of asking question such as, how do you extract pain points? Actually, the question was more of a how do you identify pain points in different niches? This was slightly different. So anyway, this is how it works. This is the T. This is the T, guys. That this one took me, sheesh, oh my God. This one probably took me like 2 years to figure it out. Just how to extract pain points. It's absolutely bonkers. Once I unlocked this skill though, sheesh, it was smooth sailing. I felt like I was a Superman. You could literally like end up selling anything once you unlock just one little tiny skill, and it's missing, it was missing, and heck, me for the longest time ever, until one day I finally I was able to crack it. And I wasn't chasing per se that skill to see like, oh well, how do I figure out a pain points? I mean, I was doing everything that appeared to be obvious that everybody else is doing, like going at GPT, looking for checkpoints, doing deep learning, doing all sorts of crazy things, looking at the what is the pain point that I could solve. None of that worked. None of that worked. So guys, check this out. This is what worked. So what worked is, ta-da, bunch of extra ingredients. What kind of ingredients? Special, very special ingredients that I only, as I mentioned to you guys, unlocked recently after 2 years of struggles, trials, triumphs, and tribulations. So guys, check this out. So now, am I a guy? Yeah, absolutely, I'm a guy. That's for sure. Guys, so check this out. How do you unlock those pain points? It's very simple, guys. Once you get the skill, guys, you're gonna come back to me and you're gonna be like, oh my God, thank you, Rome. Thank you for unlocking this skill for me, because I felt like I was being blind. Nothing was working for me. I was trying everything, but no matter what I built, people ain't buying anything. And I feel cucked. Of course, I get it. I get it. I get it. I was like that too for like 2 years, guys. 2 years straight. But man, when I when I figured out how to solve this, sheesh, smooth sailing, leads dropping like manna from the sky. It was and I couldn't believe how simple it was. So guys, look, I know many of you guys have the same problem. I don't even need to be like, ooh, do you have that problem? Guys, I already know you got this problem. Now, like, why am I so excited? Because, like, the crazy part about it, you don't really need any insane skills to unlock this one. It's so simple, guys. It's like, literally, it just drives me nuts. I feel if I just ask somebody for help to like solve this problem a while back, I feel like if I did that early on, I wouldn't have to struggle for 2 years. But I kept going. I kept like, man, I think I could figure this out myself. I kept going with it, and I figured out. I was able to figure it out, but it took me like 2 years. And it was stupid simple, guys. I'm super mad at myself for not like asking for help. But the problem is, I wasn't even aware of this. That's the problem. So the problem is I wasn't even aware of that. That's the crazy part. And a lot of people be like, yo, Rome, but like, how can you be saying that? You're so smart. How come you weren't aware of that? Guys, like, literally, it doesn't matter how smart you are. Like, everybody has different skills. So, like, yeah, you could be genius. You could be like borderline genius, but you may make 0 sales. That's like a fact. That's that is a guaranteed fact, guys. And at first I used to think, nah, it can't be. Nah, it can't be. Like, what is this? Like, sometimes I would watch somebody and I would listen to somebody and they would talk about those very, very generic concepts, and I'd be like, man, I don't want to listen to that. It's fluff. I bet I'm out of here. And I would just chase the shiny object, the creative object, the type of object that would be like mesmerizing, that would be so amazing in my mind. And I'd be like, man, that gotta be the skill. Wrong. Wrong. No, I get it. I get it. You guys want to have excitement. You want to have this beautiful, beautiful feeling. You want to find some skill, and it got to be so creative. It got to contain all sorts of twists and turns, and it got to be so amazing. I get it. But no, the beautiful part about this particular skill of extracting pain points, is that it's so simple. No crazy AI tools of any sort. No being overwhelmed, sitting there for hours on social media platforms, wondering and trying to crack the code. No crying on your own, sitting, trying to find that hope and never finding it. Instead, you just pop this pill of freedom that I'm about to give you guys. You pop it and you be like, damn, it hit me so hard. It's gonna knock the heck out of you guys. You're gonna be like, damn, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try it. And then you're gonna come back to me and you're literally gonna be like, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for like solving this problem. I was so stuck, going on my own, being stuck in the world of trials, triumphs, and tribulations, trying to find and unlock the next algorithms. Come on, guys. You're better than that. Better than that, guys. Like, I mean, silly me being like super selfish in the beginning of my journey and being like, yo, I'm gonna conquer all the feudal lands on my own. I'm gonna be the feudal lord and be like, guys, like, literally, literally, the biggest secret for unlocking the pain points in other people, so this way you know concretely what to focus on, what to work on, is easier, a lot easier than you think. I hope you guys ready for that. If you guys are ready for the tea, go ahead and hit some likes, because I ain't seeing any likes. So I'm wondering, maybe you already tried everything. Maybe you already looked up at ChatGPT and used all sorts of prompts and try to figure it out, like, oh man, what is the what is pain point, so this way I could build a product, so this way I could make some money. Maybe you thought about that, and maybe you listening to this and trying to figure it out, well, like, what is the solution? Why is this guy not spilling the tea? I want the tea. Well, you see, guys, we live in a world of an infinite thought, where the concept of value is slowly dissipating. In fact, not even slowly, rapidly dissipating from our minds. Why? Well, the reason why, guys, is simple. A lot of people are building their own things, building their own feudal kingdoms, and end up being isolated in their own world. In their own world. And when that happens, it becomes too late. And when you wake up 2 years later, asking yourself simple question, why I can't figure it out what people are struggling. Well, before I even talk about the tea, like, why? Like, how come you can't just go out and come up to somebody and be like, yo, can you tell me what you're struggling with? Hell no, you don't want to do that. Hell no, you don't want to do that. Why? Guys, do you think people who are like building their feudal kingdoms for 2 years are gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm struggling? Guys, no, they're those people, they're really in their own world, guys, unless you push on the proper trigger. And of course, I'm going to describe what those triggers are if you continue listening. You're going to get the tea. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm gonna try that. And you're going to come back to me. You're going to be like, oh my God, I tried that. I finally know what I'm going to be working on. Because because at the end of the day, guys, you're missing direction. And the reason why you're missing direction is because of this missing link of identifying the pain points in different niches. Well, let's say you go ahead and use ChatGPT, and you use deep learning mechanism, and you use multiple LLMs, and you use everything from ChatGPT, whatever it tells you, and you discover something that it tells you. It tells you, well, there's a bunch of business owners who's struggling, and this is what we found. And you'd be like, all right, let me go ahead and build a product out of it. And then crickets. Crick, 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 crick. Have you ever guys heard crickets? Have you ever guys heard crickets? So, guys, if you don't want to have crickets, and you want to finally discover the pain points and how to extract those pain points, then all you got to do is follow the few steps. Now, if you guys want the steps, if you want to figure out how to crack the code, how to get those, how to get the tea, how to extract those pain points, what I did is I experimented on a couple of social platforms and came up with a bunch of use cases for how exactly to extract the pain points out of people. So this way you know precisely what to build. So this way you don't have to struggle or wonder and ponder whether or not you're gonna make any money. So guys, if you want the tea, then here's what I recommend you do. And keep something in mind, guys. Once you do it, you're gonna get precisely the direction of what you're supposed to be focusing on. Right now, guys, Right now, the problem is you are like you're being a process prisoner, but not because you're not skillful. It's just because you're very good, you're very skillful. It's just the problem is like you don't apparently you may not recognize that this is a problem. And I, as I mentioned, I didn't recognize I didn't recognize that either for as I mentioned for 2 years. So but once I unlocked it, it was like, oh my God, that gotta be borderline illegal, how easy it is. And it drives me nuts. Like some of those strategies, they just drive me nuts because I'm like, man, how come I didn't figure that out before? Why did I have to get cooked? Okay, I can't even use the word cook right now because I'm no longer in Florida. I'm in I'm in Connecticut, and it's quite opposite of of hot. It's what maybe I I'm braked, guys. It's cold. No, no, I get it. I get it. Some of you be like, yo, Rome. Like, oh, wow, we got a subscriber. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We got a subscriber, guys. Go ahead and hit some likes and celebrate for adventures who just subscribed. Woohoo! This channel is getting powered by likes and subscribers. And of course, by talent agency, Freedom Fusion System, the very same talent agency that helps luxury pet moms over 40, and of course, other freedom founders discover freedom. Now, of course, this is one of those hot topics that I'm covering right now. I'm quickly accelerating the pace of my speech, slowing down and using all sorts of maneuvering with my lingo and rewinding, fast forwarding, using all sorts of tonality. Well, that is, my friends, the hybrid skill of itself. The whole concept of tonality is a very interesting skill, guys. I mean, heck, tonality itself took me, damn, like how long? Let's see. Man, now this one was a year and a half. This one was a year and a half. Yeah, around a year and a half to figure this out. Like, whatever it is that I'm doing now. Accelerating slowly, intersecting all sorts of mutual dots of reasons, accelerating the pace and kind of showing you things around while moving things around, integrating different types of business systems, accelerating, slowing down, pausing. And of course, introducing laughter. How the hell do you guys expect to learn any of this if you don't practice? Let me ask you this question. A logical question. Well, what I just demonstrated is a very, very, very interesting skill. But why is it so interesting, and how's it related to the pain points? And well, I don't know. I kind of went off tangents. I just wanted to maybe show you guys off real quick, just to kind of give you a little bit of context of what it feels like developing hybrid skills that are not taught in college. Now, where do I get them? How do I develop them? What is the trick? Like, how's it even possible to learn something like this? Heck, how's it even possible while spilling the tea and cracking all sorts of social algorithms and codes and doing AI and automation? Like, how's it even possible? And should you be doing that? That is a valid question. And a lot of folks like struggling big time, like spending insane amount of time on ChatGPT, thinking that it will solve all their problems. Boy, oh boy. Guys, like literally what happens, there was an experiment that was done by one of the neuroscientists that has to do with pigeons, where they took a bunch of pigeons, gave them some food, and introduced sequenced variations of food across certain time period. They gave those pigeons a little bit of food, and they observed the differences between giving a pigeon food at like a more predictive time versus kind of sequenced time, like a randomized sequence time. And what they showed was that the pigeons were constantly picking away and eating that food, constantly being addicted and having that dopamine kicking in. Well, it turns out it's not just in pigeons, it's in cells, it's in your memory cells. What does that mean, guys? Like, when I was able to interconnect the discoveries of neuroscientists together with social media constructs of how to make sales and how to get leads and how to develop hybrid skills, man, it was just like explosive snowball effect kicking in, guys. Explosive snowball effect kicking in. So what does that mean, guys? And how's it related to discovering the niche of a pain point? How do you discover that niche of a pain point? Well, you see, it's all connected. It's connected to the universe. It's connected to your memory. It's connected to your cells. Your memory cells is, just ask yourself, talk to a person for a longer period of time versus just one time. What happens with that person when you continuously talk to that person for a longer period of time? Just ask yourself, what happens? That person becomes more sort of like that pigeon. They want to learn more. They have that dopamine effect kicking in. So what does that mean? How was I able to connect that concept to discovering pain points and niches, and how is it related to ChatGPT, and what would happen if you don't understand that concept and still continue picking away like the pigeon at the ChatGPT, hoping to discover freedom in ChatGPT, but only to realize that you ain't making any money. Sheesh. Now I went a little bit off tangent. I know. I went a little bit off tangent. But that's the beauty. That's the beauty about this channel. You get to see how the mutual dots of reasons across multiple industries, multiple sciences and concept and universe comes together in relationship to my talent agency's mission. And that mission is simple: help you guys reduce the chances of falling into the world of AI psychosis, or worse, getting addicted to social media just because you're not sure what to do or how to find the niche, and you keep picking away, getting stuck to infinity, being stuck in the infinite thought concept, thinking that you need to post more to infinity and getting crickets. Because that is exactly what happens to you guys when you don't unlock the skill of finding and extracting the pain points out of people. So this way you know precisely what to focus on, what to build, and what to make money out of. Now guys, look, I gave you a lot of tea, but what is the way? Like I didn't spill the tea. A lot of you probably gonna be like, Rome, I need the tea. You keep going and I'm like stuck and I need the tea. And some of you could probably gonna be like, you know what? I think I know what I'm gonna do. When Rome Wells finishes his tea spilling workshop, I think I'm gonna use a trick. I'm gonna use Notebook LM, and I'm gonna put Rome Wells YouTube link into Notebook LM, and then I'm just gonna get the tea, so this way I don't have to listen to all of this fluff. Now, granted, it's a beautiful strategy. I love it. I'm not gonna blame you for that, guys. I'm not. In fact, I always tell that to my students that my mentees, my Freedom Founders students, Bougie Boss Moms over 40, and other feudal lords. I always tell them, look, guys, if you have a little bit of time, spend it, listen it. But if you don't have a lot of time, definitely use Notebook LM and pierce through the content. Pierce through the content. Sheesh. Now, okay, what is the content? So guys, look, if you wanted to unlock the skill of finding the pain point across multiple niches, if you wanted to unlock this, you need to follow this precise formula. Write the steps below. You may want to write this down because it's going to be like performing a little neural surgery on you. But once you get it, it's going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is incredible. Hit some likes if you want me to speed up and give you the tea faster. And if I don't see any likes, I'm just going to continue like expanding on the reasoning behind like how important this is. But if you want me to speed up, guys, hit some likes and I'll accelerate. I'll give you the tea quickly. So, guys, the most important part with many digital sis and bougie boss moms that I can come across is that they build lots of products, but unfortunately, they don't really like see what they need to focus on, simply because they don't know what those pain points are. And when they try to find them and use ChatGPT or other tools, they get stuck. And the reason why is simple. With ChatGPT, you're getting kind of a shuffled information from multiple people, from multiple businesses, going through multiple journeys, and trying to figure it out, trying to piecewise all of this together without seeing the initial journey of a particular individual business owner, and trying to see that from the perspective of ChatGPT, which is sort of like a shuffled combination of different content that is not synergetically in aligned from the beginning to the end as it pertains to a particular journey of any business owner. There's a journey, there's a there's a pipeline, there's a lifetime. When you use ChatGPT, you violate that lifetime, violate that pipeline, and then you get cooked because all of a sudden you are in a maze of infinite combinations. Sheesh, how far is that? Now, guys, if you want me to spill the tea and give you like the exact reasoning for how to unlock pain points, go ahead and hit some likes. If I don't see the likes, I'm gonna continue expanding on like the entire reasoning as to why this is important, like why it's so, how come, like how important it was for my talent agency once I unlocked that skill, and why it took me for 2 years to figure it out how to figure out pain points from different niches. And once I was able to unlock that, it was smooth sailing. Like, why did it take so long? I could expand on those pain points further if I don't see any likes. But if I do see likes, I'm gonna give you the tea right away, quick, okay? And I'm gonna accelerate my pace and give you the tea quick. So anyway, guys, look, here's what. Okay, so what car am I driving? Yeah. So guys, I'm not right now. I'm trying to get a bagel. I have a Mazda CX-5, and when I was to Florida, it got cooked so bad, like it broke down twice. One time I got towed, and the second time the battery ran out, and third time the wheel fell off perpendicularly. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. I was too quick. I was trying to make it into a hotel, and then I got cooked so fast. I was so lucky to get a tow truck. It was absolutely bonkers. Never again. Okay, look, I'm kidding about never again. I went to Florida 3 times. 3 times in 1 year. Now, and now I'm in Connecticut, and I don't feel good. It feels what is the opposite of cook? I can't use my favorite word, cook. Wow, bricked. Then bricked. I feel bricked. Now, going back to the whole finding the niche and the pain point across niches. Once again, guys, look, what I'm about to describe you, I'm gonna give you the tea that will literally open up new opportunities for you. As soon as you learn this, you're gonna be like, damn, I'm gonna start building right away, because I can't believe how easy it was. Ron Wells just broke down the tea. I'm gonna execute it right now. You're gonna come back to me and you're gonna be like, damn, holy smokes, I'm gonna be spawning some money. And it could be from anything. It could be from, if you got a TikTok shop, or if you got any digital product or physical product, it could be literally about anything that you're trying to sell. This works. This is a universal, guys. Now, the way we use it in our talent agency is to extract specific pain points from our specific niche. But I can assure you guys, it works in any niche. But it's more than just using ChatGPT and just saying, yo, here's my million pages prompt. Go ahead and tell me what other people are struggling with. You see, guys, people go through multiple struggle phases, and they don't really love to talk about it. And when they talk about it, and by the time ChatGPT already see those responses, it's already too late. They already went on to the next phase. So one day you may have a feudal lord, the business owner, who'll be like, yo, I'm struggling with, I don't know, building a funnel. And the next day, the feudal lord will be like, yo, you know what? I want this fire game. And the next day, the feudal lord will be like, yo, you know, this would be, and like, the problem is, guys, there's so many different infinite things that are happening in the world of an infinite thought, in the digital world that we live in, that it becomes complete impossibility from you just using ChatGPT alone to figure out precisely what are the pain points of a particular business. Now, I'm not I'm not saying that it will not help. I'm just saying that there's better ways. There's better ways that you guys are being gate kept out of, and it's causing you to throw spaghetti at the wall, trying absolutely everything. You running into social media addiction, or heck, even worse, some folks fall into AI psychosis. Now, guys, look, I know you want to make money. I know you want to spawn some extra income, and I know you trying to figure out that secret. The secret is stupid simple. Now, go ahead and hit some likes so this way I could spill spill the tea, guys. Now, the other option, or I can just continue talking about other points and kind of gear you into it. So this way you better understand it. Because, guys, once again, this is like me trying to explain what was going on in 2 years of my brain while trying to unlock this. But it was so simple. I can't believe it was so simple. Once you do it, guys, I promise you, you're gonna be like, man, I can't believe this. It was so simple. And you're gonna be motivated, because I see a lot of folks who are like completely not motivated at all. They'll be like, yo, I don't want to level up. Like, why should I level up? Ron Wells always talking about, yo, level up. But like, yo, why should I level up, bro? Like, I don't get it. Like, you telling me I need to level up, and why I gotta use any of those tools? Why I gotta do this, man? I feel hopeless. I don't want to level up. I don't see a good reason why. Give me the reason why. Guys, do you know how many people I come across like that? But they don't openly say, like, yo, Rome, go ahead and tell me that. They don't say that. There's certain triggers that I use, that my talent agency is trained on, and that we use to extract those key points, those key element pain points out of people, where they literally just bring it to you on a platter, and you, boom, instantly build a relationship, and right away, smooth sailing. You could do whatever you want with that relationship. You could provide that relationship, learn and earn opportunity to earn some digital feudal coins. And by the way, we are building digital currency with another one of the Freedom Founders, where you can exchange, where you could barter services versus using money. That is absolutely bonkers, guys. I don't know how many balloons I smoked up that day to finally figure out how to put all of this together. But anyway, I don't want to go off tangent, but the bottom line is, like, once you build the actual relationship with the person who responds to your pain point, guys, like, literally, it's gold. This is more valuable than money, because once you understand the pain point, you build synergetic relationship, and then boom, you get, like, it's basically equivalent to like free marketing, free energy exchange, depending, of course, on what the person is good at, and depending on who you strike the deal with, and who you're trying to extract the pain points off. But the cool part about it, like, if you inherit the business model that I'm doing, and what we're doing talent agency. If you inherit that model and combine that with discovering the pain points in multiple niches, it's gonna be so lit for you. It's gonna be like, oh my God, this is basically like free gold, because you're gonna be able to open up your mind for how to construct mutual relationships back with people, and feed those people into your system, into your feudal kingdom, whatever that feudal kingdom is, whether you're building a TikTok shop or trying to sell any digital or physical products or any other service business, or if it's a brick and mortar business, it applies to any kind of business, guys. So, like, now, so now, if you guys want to hit some likes, I'll go ahead and tell you the key. Otherwise, I'll continue explaining like the whole mechanism behind it, and until you finally get it. And then when you get it, you're gonna be like, damn, thank God I listened, because I was stuck already. Like literally, guys, for me to get unstuck, because I was so stuck in so many different skills for like 2 years. For me to get unstuck, guys, I had to do certain things, guys, certain trickeries. It's guys, like literally, it was almost like trying to solve a murder mystery, guys. It was literally that crazy, almost like trying to solve a murder mystery. But once I locked it, sheesh, smooth sailing. And the best part about it, guys, anybody could do it. Even if you're a side hustler from overseas, you could do it. Absolute cinema. You see, all those folks that left, and while you stayed, you're gonna get the tea. You're gonna get the key. You're gonna come back and you're gonna be like, damn, I'm gonna start spawning money. But other people who didn't, they're gonna be like, damn, you know what? I'm gonna notebook Bing watch it, notebook Alem Bing watch it, whatever Ron Wells said. But the problem with notebook Alem, you won't identify the emphasis. You want to identify the emphasis on on anything that is super important. Now, why is that? Because Noble Kalem, it will kind of summarize everything what I'm doing. It will not really provide an emphasis. But you know, guys, what will provide an emphasis on what you definitely need to know, what is a concrete T? The YouTube Viral Clipper, one of our products that we built, that literally extracts all the viral clips that have those extra special intonations whenever I reveal the T, and you get them right away. Now, how far is that, guys? How would you like to learn how to do that too? How to spill tea? And this is a bonus. This has nothing to do with learning the skills, learning how to unlock the pain point. But that's going to be bonus point for you for sticking around, guys, because this, like, once I started using YouTube Viral Clipper, guys, it was absolutely bonkers, because now I didn't have to worry about like, oh damn, you know what hook am I gonna create, what title I need to add, or what description I need to add on a video. Like all that faded away right away. Now why? The reason, guys, is bigger than what you think. The reason is, think about it, guys. Come on, be smart. Come on, guys, be smart. The cost of content is 0. You guys already know that, right? Come on, guys. Come on. You know it. The cost of content is 0. So what does that mean? That means there's new evolving skills that emerged from the fact that the cost of content is 0. The type of skills that makes it easy for people be interested in, because it solves them their particular pain point problem. But in order for you to get to those people and unlock those pain points, you need to use not just the tools, guys. I mean, tools help, sure, absolutely, especially if you whipping out huge, I don't know, like, have you guys seen some of my workshops? Like, have you ever asked, like, what the hell happened to those workshops? Like, where do they get used, and why am I building that? How come I got almost more videos than Neil deGrasse Tyson, the famous astrophysicist, and you guys still listening? Why? Where are those videos showing up, and what am I doing with them? Like, what is the purpose of that? How do you take that content, and am I trying to monetize the content? Like, all those thoughts are traveling in your mind, but it has nothing to do with content, guys. And like, that's the biggest mistake I made, thinking that it had to do with content, but it has nothing to do with content, guys. Once you unlock how to discover the pain points using certain psychological triggers in combination with several hybrid skills, the hybrid skills that I'm gonna quickly reveal them to you guys, and I'm gonna give them to you on a platter for sticking around, and you're gonna be like, damn, thank God I stuck around, because now I don't have to wait 2 years. Imagine spending 2 years and be like, man, I tried this, I tried that. And I'm like, man, you know what? I'm going to try it again, and keep throwing spaghetti against the wall, keep throwing, being like that pigeon that neuroscientists described that kept pecking away, being in that dopamine effect. Guys, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. That's what's happening when you don't unlock, unlock the skill. Now, the skill is very simple, guys. I'm going to give it to you right now, guys. So you guys take down the notes, write it down, okay? It's going to be so super simple. But you need to, like, in order for it to register, go ahead and rewatch this workshop from the beginning, and it will re-register because some of you joined later. But here's the skill, and it works like a clock. I battle tested that directly in my community, and it worked after certain sequences, after I performed certain set of activities. Those activities have nothing to do with just looking at AI or doing any deep learning or anything like that. Can it help looking at deep learning and AI and anything like this? Sure. But what I had to do was sequential distribution of content across multiple communities, ranging from Indies community, which is on school, ranging from FUD communities, which is Feudal Underground Development, another community that I'm part of, and on Threads, plus on YouTube. Mutual content distribution across multiple platforms in a sequential manner that relates directly to community members created this synergy effect that made it very easy for people to resonate with almost any post that I was posting, instantly creating me a possibility to connect with other people, and many of them opening up almost immediately after the right post is created with the right psychological trigger inserted in combination with other goats that are fused directly inside of the post in a way where they extract specific questions out of people until people finally come back and start talking. There's no chance that you're going to be able to replicate that, guys, unless you are teamed up with collaborative goats who operate like a cartel in a coordinated, well-coordinated manner, tied to some type of mission or a combination of different missions that have those mutual intersects for them to be able to do that. So in simple words, the secret all along to discovering the pain points was to create those mutual relationships that would benefit for community members plus individual GOAT members who you recruit upon giving them tokens of opportunities. The type of tokens that I was giving them was digital coins. Those digital coins you could basically exchange with one another in the form of sort of like the best way I could describe it to you is, if you are familiar with feudalism, those digital coins is basically a bartering way to share one service in exchange for another. And heck, at first when I was doing that just even without any coin system, just by bartering, just be like saying, oh, I'm gonna do this service in exchange for another service. And then the next, oh, with Germany still waiting. Yeah, wow, you guys in Germany, whoa. You know what, Germany, I've been in Germany once. Germany is like, it's a great country. I went to, what is this country? What is that city? I was I think that was a train station. Braunschweig. That was a city I went to, and it was in the university that I went there for computer projects in 2000. When I went there, I was sponsored by University of Texas to go there. And by the way, guys, I did have few MIT folks reaching out to me a few days ago asking about the coins and everything, about the digital feudalism. And some of the startup ideas that I get brought up in front of me, guys, are like the next level. Like I thought I was smart, but when I see some of those folks from MIT presenting me some of the concept, is like one of the concepts I got recently pitched at. Somebody pitched it at me, was solar-based crypto coins. And I'm like, yo, guys, like literally, I looked at the plan was lit, but it was like literally a rocket, sending a rocket space, like a satellite into space. And I'm like, yo, when I looked at it, I was like, man, this is fire. And I was like, this was the first time I was bamboozled by anybody who was like smarter than me exponentially. And I was like, what the hell? When I looked at it, I'm like, man. The next day, I responded on Threads with the word "I'm cooked," and that same MIT guy responded to me and asked me why. I said, I feel overwhelmed. And he said, if you need help, let me know. So, guys, look, the truth is, look, guys, like this is, sometimes I speak a lot of like generic things, like really generic things, but a lot of you from like another countries, from like I have a lot of folks from different countries, and they just don't get the, like, this is very hard for people from overseas to understand, like all of those things that I'm talking about, like how do you build the relationships, how do you build those strategies, how do you combine those digital coins, digital feudalism, like what is it that you're supposed to say to another person in order for them to open up and do that. Well, you see, guys, look, the truth is they will never open up. They will never open up until you do the following. Like literally do this, go on school, and heck, if you want, you could join one of my school communities where I became a GOAT. Guys, any community that I join, I become instantly a GOAT. Like this is the most important, like this is the skill alone, guys. You will, like literally, guys, if you follow me across communities, you will become a GOAT. Like there's no questions asked, guys. Providing that, of course, you execute, that you see whatever I'm talking about, you will become a GOAT. Like it's a guaranteed, guys, guaranteed. But a couple of things, like if you really wanted to extract those pain points, this, like, I figured the reason why I was failing for so long was because I was missing that extra ingredient. There's extra ingredient that you're supposed to do when extracting the pain points. First of all, there's like first phase. First phase is when you're creating content. You're creating that content, but you're doing it in the direction of the interest of the community, but while integrating all sorts of offers that you're including. Like, let's say if you have a digital power bundle, you could be like, yo guys, check this out. I know many of you guys not making sales and AI content driven automations, but check this out. I got this powerful digital power bundle that allows you to do this, this, and that. Crickets. Then I go ahead and I'm like, oh guys, check this out. I have this other ways. So let me see. I'm also, while I'm talking, trying to figure it out in my mind, guys, where I'm gonna get food. I'm really hungry, guys. I don't know. Like I've been, in Florida. When I went to Florida and I kind of showed you guys around, I was constantly like spending money anywhere I go, and I'm like, man, I'm kind of tired of spending money every time I go to Wawa or any of this food. Why can't it be free? Why can't the world be free? And then I don't know how many blunts I smoked up that day, guys, to come up with the whole digital feudalism concept, but it was burning in my mind for the longest time, and I didn't know how to execute it. I knew it worked because I would talk to people and I would say, I will do this in exchange for that. I will do X in exchange for Y. And people be like, I bet, let's do that. And I would do it and they would do it in return. And I'm like, yo, wait a second. How can I connect this to a currency? And then another freedom founder popped up and was like, yo, I got this other platform called Hypism, where I'm building it for businesses and I'm trying to do a directory and I'm trying to do this. And I told him, like, look, I'll help you, sure. I'll help you build that directory. But like, the thing is, like, how do I benefit out of this for me helping you? And how the hell do we make money together on this? That's like the first question that I was like processing in my mind. And of course, I didn't say that to the freedom founder. I never say that to the freedom founder. That's immediately a red flag if you say something like that, because it should not be like, what are you going to give me in return for that? Like from the beginning. No, guys, it should be the way you extract pain points, guys, is completely different in a different way. It should be like, in my particular case, I'll give you an example. I found this founder. Well, before I even talk about the example, let me find some place where I could get a bagel, and let me give you the exercise, actionable exercise that will open up your brain, and you're gonna come back to me. You're gonna thank me, and you're gonna be like, damn, this worked. I'm so happy I could finally start building whatever heck you want to be building. Whether you want to build SaaS, or I don't know, if you want to sell somebody's community or you want to sell a digital product, like this works like a clock. Proven 100% battle tested, 100% will work for you like a clock, providing that you follow those steps. So here's the actionable homework exercise for you guys to extract pain points like the next level strategist, like the super goat. You go to community, right? And by the way, guys, when you go to community, you start creating content. But for you to level up, I do have an automation called Skooky Sys. It's absolutely bonkers, guys. Just like YouTube Viral Clipper, where it kind of clips viral moments out of your long form videos. For YouTube, we also have a Freedom Fusion automation that's called the Skooky Sys. And let me tell you guys, I don't know how many blunts I smoked up that day to figure out that after creating the Skooky Sys Freedom Fusion automation, I was like, wouldn't be kind. I bet that was my wife, guys. So guys, check this out. Here's what you do. This works like a clock, guys, and this is no BS of any sort. This is like real thing that's been battle tested, guys, and being well researched by my talent agency and well processed in my own brain across after watching thousands of podcasts from multiple neuroscientists and astrophysicists and trying to understand how universe works and how the UFOs, like what is the whole concept of UFOs. After looking at all of those podcasts, after trying many different things, I was able to figure out a way for how to find those pain points, how to extract those pain points out of people. So this is the actionable step that I want you to do, guys. This works like a clock. So you go to school community, you become a GOAT. Now, it's not easy to become a GOAT. You got to be literally like integrating. And of course, that's probably going to be another workshop for you guys for how to become a GOAT. But anyway, the bottom line is you create posts. I'm going to make it really simple. Now, if you create post, just a post, and say, hey guys, buy my digital product, it's lit, or buy my automation, it's fire. People are going to be like, man, and they're going to just scroll. They're not going to pay close attention. You're going to get so cooked. You're going to be like, 1 month goes by, second month goes by, you keep thinking that it's content, you keep twisting it, you keep making it better and better, and you keep adding more and more benefits, and you be like, man, let me create more posts, and you're constantly getting cooked, and you get no results. Then you get overwhelmed, falling into AI psychosis. Then you're gonna come back to Ron Wells and gonna be like, oh my God, Ron Wells told me so. Thank God, thank you Lord that I that I watched Ron Wells, because it makes it really friendly for people from overseas to understand this concept, because it's extremely, guys, it's extremely hard, especially for folks from overseas. Now, but guess what? Just to prove it to you that anybody could do this, just to prove it to you that even if you're from overseas, even if you think it's like those skills are impossible, what I did is I took one person. Her name is Jakia, but she's my now Skooky Sys. And I'll explain what that means in a minute. What I took her, she has barely no English skills. Barely no English skills, guys. It took my talent agency less than a week to, like, literally for her to outgun pretty much like a lot of people in school, like just flat out American people, doesn't matter, people who speak English, no English, just flat out outgun them, outlevel them up. Now, Skooky Sys, Jake is not the first example of us doing that for people. Luca, one of the folks that I first met from Brazil, when I met Luca, he didn't speak any English, guys. He was like, yo, I kind of want to build an AI automation agency, but I don't speak any English. And I'm like, I bet, let me see what can happen. Next thing you know, Luca has like over 100 people working for him. Luca didn't need any visa. He didn't need any invitation to America. All he did was just got connected with with our talent agency. And then me and Luca, we went our separate ways. He now has his own AI automation company, and it's crazy. He didn't need any visa in America to succeed. He literally just followed the skills that our talent agency showed him. He did it. He helped of course, my talent agency in the process of building some automations as well. And in exchange, he got those skills. Now he has over 100 people working for his company. True story. Heck, I even still have Luca as a co-founder on my site for the Fusion system. Speaking of which, I probably should remove his picture. So now going back to what I'm saying. So when you go in school, begin creating posts. That's like your first thing. But when you start creating posts, it can't be just a post like, oh, how far my automation is. Or people on those communities, they all want to earn money and they don't really care about your automations. They want money. You guys got to understand that. But how do you make money out of air? What can you offer if you don't have any skills? Like, what the hell can you say in the post that will allow you to make money out of air? Now, I want you to pause. I want you to pause and think about that. Like, what is it that I'm including on my posts in school community that gets people to start pressing likes? Guys, for me to even figure out, to get anybody to even hit like on my posts, took me like probably close to a year and a half. A year and a half, guys, just to get likes. Now, forget about comments. The comments only started happening 2 years later. 2 years later, guys. Now, I'm circling around like a maniac trying to figure out a way where I'm gonna get some food. It's probably gonna be some Chinese food. I don't know. Vote in the comments below. Where do you guys think I should go? Should I go to Thai restaurant? Should I go to Chinese restaurant? Or should I slow down and don't spend any money and try to be like conservative today? Go ahead, comment below. You see what I just did, guys? I extracted the comment out of you. Now, you still didn't comment it, but this is an example of an attempt to get a comment. But it was in a way where you barely would even notice. Now, guys, the true goats, they make things look like that you don't even notice. That's what the true goats do. Like real good, the real good ones, they will make it everything subliminal, where they literally like tap into your mind in a subliminal manner where you won't even know, where you'll just literally be sold, where you don't even mention the product name. That's when you know you're talking to a goat, guys. Now, going back to the actionable thing that you got to do to extract your niche, your pain point niche. What you need to do is, when you are creating posts, include a bunch of goats, powerful goats, like the ones that are already in the community, like making a lot of posts that are already leveled up. What you want to do, you want to include them in your post, but include maybe like two or three of them, guys. If you don't do that, like literally, if you don't befriend goats, guys, you will be forever stuck. I'm just telling you that. Forever stuck. But when you include those goats, and it could be maybe somebody that you like in community, maybe somebody have something opposite of you. The key here is to see which goats are opposite, that have different avatars, and include them in your post. Now, of course, if you have somebody like a Skooky Sis, and I'll explain what Skooky Sis is. It's basically an automation that we created, but it allows you to level up on school without really making any posts. You just have AI doing the posts for you, giving you guys that engagement so you quickly level up. So this way you could quickly get ahead of other people while other people be behind, and get your posts shown in front of them. So this way you could start extracting niches, the pain points out of people. But even if you're not leveled up, you could still team up with a goat and still extract those pain points just by messaging a goat and saying, hey, look, I noticed you leveled up. This is what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to give you a feudal share for my services, something that you're good at. I'll give you X in exchange of Y. Can you please help me extract some pain points out of people in this group? And then if you do that, if you do this simple message, like even if you're not leveled up, to one of the goats, like typically you're not, my rule is always never message any goats directly. That's typically the normal rule, but this is a trick. This is a bypass method, but only if you help the goat back. and it works really well if you help the goat back. But immediately that will give you the you'll tap into the power of inheritance. This is the incredible power where you don't have to create content for gazillions of times or use any automations or the cookies to help you like constantly create comments or respond to people. Instead, you just tap into the power of inheritance. This is another level, guys. This is next bonkers level. You could still use what I'm recommending, guys. Use this cookies to level up, because other tokens of opportunity is going to start opening up, because you'll be quickly outgunning goats, and you won't really need to talk to the goats and say, hey, can you go ahead and please elevate me and to help me extract some of those pain points. Lots of opportunities will open up once you level up, and those opportunities are difficult for you to see unless you're in motion. Sort of like water. Water is always in motion. You can't just, like, what happens in a pond when the water sits in a pond for too long? If you drink that water, well, you get sick. But if it's dynamic, if it's moving, like in a spring, like the one that I showed you in Florida, then you could drink that and you're good. But like the point is, people who succeed are in motion. Think of it this way. Energy needs to be, just think about the concept of energy. What is there's like two types of energy: kinetic energy from the physics world, and then there's another, what is it, passive energy, or one of those. So just think about it. When you're in motion, you are ahead. So when you create post on any, like on a school community, be in motion. Create the post and include other goats in the mix, and extract. And say something like, hey guys, look, this is what we're building. Please let us know what is your real pain points. And all 3 goats, you gotta get all 3 goats to respond back. And one of the goats could say something like, still waiting. But the bottom line is there gotta be at least 3 people on a single post asking, like, still waiting, a question. So if you use the power of inheritance trick and get the goat to make the post like that, in exchange for providing some sort of a service, not just for the post, but for the specifically something that you interested in a goat to do. Let's say you noticed a goat very good in building websites, but you're very bad in building websites, but you're very good in some of those digital marketing skills or content generation skills. Then you could reach out to a goat and say, hey, look, can you please, I'm working on a product, I'm trying to extract pain points out of people. I tried everything, and I really want to have my first customer. I tried everything, nothing worked. I'm willing to create some content for you in exchange for you creating a post that helps me extract pain points out of people. Like this. If you say something like this, guys, boom. So why not give me the answer, bro? The answer, guys, is my school community. What you want to do, you want to follow my post, one of the latest posts. You're going to see it, and you're going to see how I'm doing this. Immediately you see me people responding right away and giving their pain points like hotcakes. And all I do is collect mana from the sky from many of those people right away, and inviting them right away into my community with other goats, where we could serve those people in relationships to their pain points. Like one of the folks responded and said, I really have trouble. One of my biggest pain points is I really have struggle with figuring out how to save time for businesses and while building automations. And literally, as soon as that person responded with this information, immediately I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe this worked. But if I was to just do this manually, obviously it would not work. Anyway, guys, now that you know how this works, if you guys want to follow me and see how it looks like, and if you also want to take a look at Skooky Sys, Freedom Fusion Automation, that will save you insane amount of time, guys. Like literally, oh my God, it will save you insane amount of time, guys. Like literally, in terms of leveling up and commenting to people and elevating other goats, sheesh, it will save you insane amount of time, especially if you use it with YouTube Viral Clipper. Because YouTube Viral Clipper is going to grab your video, it's going to clip that content out of your video, so this way you never have to really worry about hooks, and you just blast this directly onto YouTube. Woohoo! So guys, what I just gave you is the ChatGPT for how to extract information, how to extract the real pain points from people versus using AI. If you use AI and you are doing this somewhere randomly, not in a tied to a community, then the result that you get is not the result that you wanted to get. And basically you end up in an infinite loop searching for answers when all you had to do is just join the community and ask directly in the community, several communities. And one of them is on school. You could do that. You could do it in any school community. This works like a clock. You could use it in combination with using deep learning and ChatGPT to get an initial instinct for where you want to be and what you want to do. But once you get that initial instinct from ChatGPT for how to identify specific pain points, then guess what? It's smooth sailing. I do have a prompt available for you as well that you could use for ChatGPT, where you could ask insane question like show me the pain points of multiple niches, etc., and then you include a bunch of other things. But if you don't include what I just mentioned to you, where you respond with in a coordinated fashion like a cartel to that same post that you created, you will not be able to find those pain points. It will be really hard for you to discover those pain points because people, they won't see you, they will see somebody else asking those questions and not you. They won't open up, they won't build the relationship, and you won't be able to strike that deal. So guys, our talent agency can help you build those relationships. If you're struggling and can't figure out a way for how to build those relationships, our talent agency can help you not have to go through this whole workshop of 64 minutes trying to figure out how to discover pain points of multiple niches. Instead, you hire our talent agency. We allocate you a goat that can help you literally discover those pain points and hand them off to you on a platter. Then this will be your opening point for building your own product and having the direction. If you don't, the result is going to be clear as water, guys. The result is going to be clear as water, and you're going to be struggling. Now, if you don't want to struggle, DM the word PAF on my Insta, and I'll see you guys next time.